Number two is surface dyslexia, which we also known as dysedetic dyslexia. Dysedetic has to do with the eyes. Okay, so the child struggles with what they see. Now, the child might see a word, especially when the word is tricky. Those tricky words or words that don't follow rules, the child will struggle with remembering words like that. So I see something and it might not be what you're expecting them to see. For example, when they see words, they do it later. That the one that would see cats 1 million times on the same passage, and they will still be saying cat. Okay, it is a cat. The cat. The cat is fat. The cat. They will keep blending it every time before they pronounce it. So that type of child has dysedetic dyslexia. We call it surface dyslexia. So how do you help this type of child? More play on sight words. Let them play around with sight words. Help them with high frequency words. The use of flashcard will be so important. And things like, when you put water in a plastic bottle, cut out colorful cardboards and write those sounds on it. So there are this very thick cardboards that you can cut out, okay, that are shiny. Put it in the water bottle and let them keep shaking. So when they shake, they say the sound. They shake and say the sound. Shake and say the sound. Then you can also help them with words like, said, R, it is for R, A-R-E-R. So let them, and also teach it with similarity, teach it group by group. Okay, this group one. I hope you know that high frequency sound or sight words has group. So you teach them group by group. So this one, they will not struggle from the beginning. They will not struggle with blends. They will only struggle when it is time to start reading, or when you've moved from blends to tricky words, or to words that don't have rules, spellings that don't have rules. They will struggle with it. Number three is rapid naming dyslexia or naming speed deficit. These ones now don't have struggle with tricky words. They don't have struggle with sound blends, but they have difficulty retrieving words from their memory. So their working memory is low. Now, this is not like, the child can spell well. The child can read well. But when it's time for them to just read random words, or first time them seeing a passage, the child might, in the midst of reading, forget what a certain word is supposed to be. The child might forget how to pronounce either an object, a number, someone's name. They struggle with sequencing. So the sign is that the child will struggle with sequencing. You might write same word, fat, mat, bat, cat. When the child sees it, the child might say fat. Then when it gets to second one, it can call it fan. Because the child will struggle with sequencing. Then they also struggle. So they are the one that will read slowly. They are the one that will answer your questions slowly. They are the one that process words slowly, because they might know this word, but when you just talk out of nowhere, they forget what the answer is supposed to be. So how do you help this type of children? Help them with timed reading. You help them with fluency drill, and then you also lastly, you help them with memory enhancing activities, things like puzzles, word search, things like treasure hunt, games like, so you work more with gamifications with them, and you also do something we call brain gym activity. So brain gym activity is when you're making a child do different things with both sides, like they're using their right and left side together, but they're doing different activities with both. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, come on, ask your questions when we have our live sessions. Number 4 is known as the most severe type of dyslexia, and that is double deficit dyslexia. And that is because the child will be struggling with phonological dyslexia and also rapid naming dyslexia. So you see that the child has big issue. These ones will struggle with blending, they will struggle with spellings, they will struggle with recalling words, they will struggle with reading, and they will struggle with comprehension, because they will finish reading the total comprehension, and then when you are done, when you say, oh, what is the name of the man that carried the red bag, they will say, which man, where, which bag, and be wondering, but we just finished reading this passage. So how do you help this type of children? You help with repetitive based kind of activity. So something like Queen Premier will really help, because it repeats same words. It builds on previous knowledge. So your activity do you begin to be built on previous knowledge. Secondly, you help a lot with movement. Let them move a whole lot. And thirdly, you're going to help with also fluency drill. Fluency drill is also important here. And then lastly, you're going to help them with intensive phonics instruction. So that is, for example, where is the man? Oh, the man is here. Da, 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 da. You say, is the man with a fan? The fan, can the fan be with Dan? So you're playing with same kind of words, but using it in different ways and also helping them retain information. Then we're going to number 5 right away.